What is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with yet another fun deck tech for you, and today we're looking at a bit of a different build when it comes to Azorius, which is white and blue. Usually we think of like Azorius Control, like we play stuff like Farewell and board wipes and just spot removal and countering everything that you possibly can. Well, we're going to do a little bit of everything with this deck. We're going to put down early threats, we're going to counter stuff, and hopefully build up a big enough board that we can swing in and grab the win. So how do we do that? Well, a lot of things gotta, well, meld together in order to make this deck work. So let's check out how it works. We start off with our 1-drops. Surge of Salvation gives us hexproof. And any damage that black or red sources would deal is prevented. We're running 2 copies of March of Otherworldly Light. I don't think these marches get enough credit for the current meta, excuse me. But what March of Otherworldly Light does is we exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. Okay, good stuff here, right? Plus, we can exile any number of white cards from our hand, and it costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. We're also running 2 copies of March of Swirling Mist, kind of like the March of Otherworldly Light, except up to X creatures phase out, and we're running 2 of those. Okay, we're also running 4 Syncopates, because who doesn't like early counter spells? Invasion of Gobakhan kind of gives us a peeky at what our opponent is doing, plus once it's defeated at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn, and if we sacrifice it, creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. We're running 4 Make Disappears because we want to, make our opponents salty. We're running 3 Denic Pious Apprentice. Basically, cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. Plus, if it comes back into play for its disturb cost, whenever 1 or more creatures are put into graveyards from anywhere, investigate. It only triggers once per turn, and then we exile it. We're running 2 copies of White Sun's Twilight because we need some board wipes, plus some might tokens in there as well. We're running 2 copies of Blue Sun's Twilight because who doesn't want to take possession of our opponent's stuff? Now, to make this deck sing, we have these creatures here. Monastery Mentor. We saw this yesterday in our Boros build. It has prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. See where we're going with this? We're running 4 Wedding Announcements because white needs Wedding Announcement. I think this card should have gotten the Banhammer as far as that's concerned, but if you don't know what this does, at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on Wedding Announcement. If you attack with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. Draw a card is important because we don't have a lot of draw in this particular build. Okay? Otherwise, create a 1/1 white human creature token. If it has 3 or more invitation counters on it, transform it and it becomes Wedding Festivity. Creatures you control get +1/+1. We're also running 4 copies of Haughty Djinn. Its power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, and instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So it can, deal with syncopates and all that stuff. So, a very, very interesting build. We're running 7 plains, 7 islands, 2 Outercar's Waste, 3 Deserted Beaches, 2 Seachrome Coasts, 1 Rafine's Tower, and 1 Spar's Headquarters. Looking at our sideboard, because we do run best of 3. Calamity's Wake in case we have to exile graveyards. We're running 2 Dissipates. We're running 3 Dissipates, 2 Invoke the Winds, 3 Sunfalls, and 2 Marches of Otherworldly Light, as well as March of Swirling Mists. So this is a very interesting take on the Azorius theme of control, but it's also got some aggro elements to it. It's low to the ground. If we take a look at our stats here, I don't know how I went a long time, but we have 2... It's an average of about, 2 mana costs. So, as a result, we're running about 23 lands, I believe. So, this deck is actually really, really cool. It's really, really fun, really flexible. So, let's see what we can do with it. If you are new to my channel, we do a best of 1, then we do a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. And without further ado, let's get to the Azorius Aggrotrol games. We are against Malasombra for our best of 1 matchup. This is fine because what we can do is we've got a bunch of counter spells. We can make this work. We draw into some cards and we're in good shape. Unless they have a duress to begin with. Duress would be annoying, it is, but that's okay. Yeah, they get to see what we're all about. So they know we've got counter magic, so what can they do with it? What do you do with this information? A lot of the information we get, you know, you have to, Blood Tithe Harvester? No. Spara's headquarters, meh, not really the best, but is what it is. Oh, it's GRIXIS. Fun. I would love a Blood Tithe Harvester. In fact, I might take that if I get a land here. Mine now. Now you gotta deal with that. We don't have any blood tokens, but who cares at this point? Okay. Corpse Appraiser. Oh, it's a Resurrector build. So there's a Traxa. Okay. Alright, so I think we have to do Haughty Djinn. And of course, if they have a Shieldred, or not a Shieldred, if they have a Shieldred's Restoration. Here he's Warcrafting, eh? I'm gonna cut down, and they'll cut. No, they can't cut down unless they do the black mana. They don't. Okay. Yeah, no blocks. Denick. You're gonna have to deal with Denick if you want to deal with the, if you want to get your Atraxa back out there, kid. So you're gonna have to deal with the Denick first. Yep. Now here he's Warcrafting again, alright. Cruelty of Gix, huh? Lil of the Veil, alright. That'll make us discard a card.
And you think you can win?
Yep. Okay.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Alright, well, another wedding announcement never hurt anybody. Swing. Let's go for Lil. At least we get a card out of it.
Ah! You couldn't be more annoying!
Okay, so each player discards a card. Alright, so I don't think we can get... They'll make us discard a card. That's okay, because what we can do is this. We'll resolve that. Bum. Just do that. Bum.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Is that... Swing.
You're gonna regret that.
Okay. They make us sack a creature? They're about to get absolutely thwacked if that wedding announcement comes to bear. Okay, so we'll just sack that.
Off you go. A delay, nothing more.
Okay. What do they got? Cruelty of Gix. Yep, there's your Atraxa. Here's your Atraxa. Okay. If we get one of our phase spells, we're in pretty good shape. Although that Haughty Djinn is pretty impressive. And they found a go for the throat. That's never a good thing. Yep. Alright. We'll investigate, sure. More land. We win. Okay, that worked. Let's go to the best of 3. And we are against Mr. Z for our best of 3 matchup. We are on the draw. We've actually been a little bit more on the play today with the games that I've played so far, so. I am happy about that. See what Mr. Z or Mr. Z. Don't know if they're an insect, but we will see what we are up against as soon as they decide whether they play first or go. But we will see. Alright. It's a little too slow for me. Not enough land. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, I think we gotta get rid of a few things here. Let's do that. What are we up against? And we are against a Skrelv. How fun is that? This could be a Esper Orzhov sort of thing. Let's see what they got. Let's do peeky peeky. Peeky peeky. This is a brutal deck. Interesting deck though. We'll get Brutal Cathar out of there. Dennick, yeah, that's not too much of a worry. That's not too much of a worry for me. Alright. Drawn to all of our lands. Fun is that. Alright. Well, we got our Dennick down. Do they have any spot removal? They can give that toxic or whatever. Do they really want to take risking the hit on the Gobakhan though? That's the question. Alright, so they give that protection. Okay. Works for me. Okay, we are going to hold up. We're gonna hold up the make disappear. For that reason alone. Okay. Let's see. Swing. Just both of us gain life. Okay. Whatever works. A very interesting deck Mr. Z has. So, I'm gonna see what they do here. Of course, do you come in with Mirror Hall Mimic on the Razor Slash Transmogrant? That's an interesting idea. Adeline. Well, that's no fun. Yeah, we'll make their life a little bit trickier. Nope, wrong one. That one. Okay, boom. Okay. We are going to take quite a bit of damage here, but I think so we're going to take at least 11. Okay, and we'll just block that. I guess I don't want to waste my light shield array quite yet. I don't want to waste that quite yet. So all right, Mr. Z. See what we do here. Do they have enough? No, they don't have enough to do the Mirror Hall Mimic. I'm not sure what their what the delay here is, but okay. Let's try this. Might be a counter spell in there, but I'm gonna hold that up. We might want to waste the array on this upcoming barrage because yeah, Sheoldred's not fun. Sheoldred is not fun at all. So I think we're gonna have to waste the light shield array on this particular salvo here. Okay. Okay. So now, what do they do with the Skrelv? That gains protection. Okay, so that's gonna get through. I think what we do is we double block the Adeline. Activate the ability. Hexproof and indestructible. Double block the Adeline. Block this as well. We take 2, I think. 1. And we're going to take another here. No attacks. I'm going to hold up on that. So the Sheoldred's just going to bleed us dry. But Mirror Hall Mimic. Which one do you mimic? The Djinn. Okay, fun. That's for Anion. Alright, cool. Are we just dead? So what? Yeah, they'll probably pick white. Oh, blue. Okay, so boom. Alright, we go down to 2, and we're dead. Alright, let's go to the second match. I think we are going to swap out the, we're going to do this. I think we're going to do that. We're going to swap out this. No, not that. We swap out this for 3 of these. I think we take that out. Because this way, at least, we can board wipe and try to get that up and running. So I think we also got kind of screwed out of that because we had to mulligan down to 4, and that was not a good. That wasn't a good keep, but that's all right. So what we do is we do. Let's see. Do we do Invasion of Gobakhan or hold up the Make Disappear just to keep an early threat off the board? I think we just do the early threat first. I don't think we play Gobakhan until after they play something. So we'll see what happens. They could get down an early Skrelv, and that's fine. Hope everyone is enjoying their Thursday, getting ready for a 4-day weekend. I go back to work next week after a nice little 2-week break. You need to take time for yourself. You always have to, if I may offer advice on, mental well-being, take time for yourself. Always. Always take time for yourself. Especially as a teacher. Us teachers are, no. Nope, not doing Thalia. Sorry, kid. Not today. Yeah, let's do Invasion. Let's see what they got. You know what? I think, out of all things, I think Arona is a little bit more not what we need. They'll get a Dennick down, and that's okay. That's fun. That's mine now. And they'll get a Rona down. And that's okay. Do that. Invasion of Gobakhan. They just have land. Okay. Do we want to chomp on some life here? No, no attacks. Okay, well. Okay. Well, I think what we do is we transform one of these. Play Sunfall. Cool. Dennick. Fun. And Raffine. Fun. Okay. Don't think we want to do that quite yet. All right. Okay. Activate that. Actually, no, wait. I can just do that. They forget about that. Maybe not. Alright, that's a 3-2. That's pretty fun. Oh, the land, huh? Well, that's no fun. Here's what we do. We do this. We do this. And you just take it. Okay, cool. Boom. Those get bigger. You might have a chance here. Okay, so those do get bigger. I'm thinking they have a board wipe here. Do they? Okay, I didn't see anything. I haven't seen anything board wipey, so to speak. That's a technical term. I'm a Magic player. I'm guessing, though, that... What do they have? Okay, they're going to sack that. Draw a card. Alright, do they have a depopulate? Or a spot removal? Well, if they have spot removal, if they have mass removal, then we're in good shape because the light shield array. Fun. Do you have a counter spell? You do. Okay. You have an Urtai. Okay. Don't think we have enough. We get them down to 1. If they don't block, we get them down to 1. And then the fun may start. We do have 1 blocker, and if they don't, get them down to 1. If they have a wipe here, a board wipe here, yeah, because that goes up to. They discard. If they discard 3, they. Okay. They swing. They swing. Okay, they all swing. Okay. So they got that. We do have to block the Urtai. And if they don't, then... Yep. Okay. I'm guessing they have a Shieldred. Yep. Good game. Alright, let's go to the post-mortem, because I think this deck, that last game showed what we can do with this deck, so we're back down into gold 4, but that's okay. Alright, let's go to the post-mortem. Okay, so we got a little bit unlucky in that best of 3. We mulliganed, probably shouldn't have mulliganed that first game, probably should have just kept the 2-lander and hope that we drew into some blue, but with our luck, that's kind of, just wasn't the case. But in any case, I really am rather sold on this deck. I think that there's definitely some flexibility with this deck. I think that when you get to a certain point, it just, you can flood the board late in the game. We do need to figure out how to get some draw in here. Maybe swap out some of the make disappears with some thirst for discovery, or even some considers, or maybe even drop the Surge of Salvation for a consider, just so we can get some card draw. But I think overall, though, this deck does have quite a bit of potential to make things work, and I think that in today's kind of aggro-y environment, a little control goes a long way. So if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and as always, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play, and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.